Casey's biggest hits.
2 years ago this week, one of the biggest hits in the USA was Mariah Carey's Without You, written by a man John Lennon called his favorite American singer. I'll have details and that big hit after this.
Casey's Top 40.
On Casey's Top 40, I'm Casey Kasem. Well, now we're up to our highest debut. It's Mariah Carey's new hit, a remake of a #1 smash by a man John Lennon once called his favorite American singer. He was born Harry Edward Nilsson III 52 years ago in Brooklyn, New York. When he was just a child, Harry's parents moved to Los Angeles, where he went to school and studied computers. By the 1960s, he'd gotten a job as a programmer at a big bank. But Harry's real love wasn't computers, it was songwriting. And in his spare time, that's what he would do. His big break came when the Monkees recorded a song of his called Cuddly Toy. And that led to a contract with RCA Records, not just to write songs, but also to record them under the stage name Harry Nilsson. In 1968, Nilsson released his debut album, and it was so well received that no less a star than John Lennon declared Nilsson his favorite American singer. Over the years, Harry had a long and close relationship with John. In fact, it was John Lennon who once told RCA Records that Nilsson was one of only 2 acts they had that really mattered. The other one was Elvis. In the late 60s and early 70s, Nilsson hit big with smashes like Everybody's Talkin' and Without You, both of which earned Grammys. He wrote the song One for Three Dog Night, and he had a platinum album of his own titled Nilsson Schmielson. He even created an animated movie called The Point, a musical fantasy about a boy and his dog that included the hit Me and My Arrow. Since the mid-70s, Harry Nilsson hasn't been heard from very much. One critic described him as, quote, almost proudly lazy, an artist who loved to spend months and months working in his home studio on a single song. Over his lifetime, Nilsson was a heavy smoker and drinker. 2 things news reports said may have contributed to his fatal heart attack several weeks ago. Harry Nilsson, dead at the age of 52. This week, a remake of one of Nilsson's biggest hits is our highest debut. Rolling in at number 30 on Casey's Top 40, here's Mariah Carey with a new version of the 1972 #1 smash, Without You.
No, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes.
Casey's biggest hits.
2 years ago this week, one of the biggest hits in the USA was Mariah Carey's Without You, written by a man John Lennon called his favorite American singer. He was a quirky, slightly eccentric talent, which probably appealed to John, a man named Harry Nilsson, who went under the nom de rock of Nilsson. In his career, he wrote One for the Three Dog Night. He sang Everybody's Talkin' in the soundtrack for the movie Midnight Cowboy. And he hit with a song that Mariah Carey turned into one of the biggest hits in the USA 2 years ago this week. It was Nilsson's love of clever wordplays and unexpected melodies that earned him his praise from John Lennon as his favorite American singer, a talent that can be felt in Mariah Carey's version of Nilsson's classic, Without You.
Casey's Coast to Coast.